1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome back to the Cake Dish Podcast, honey. Listen, let me just say, I'm having a major makeup malfunction. I tried this new highlighter shit. It's not working in my favor, so I got the ring light set in a way that's supposed to like make it look better, and all that shit is doing is adding this aggravating ass glare to my glasses. So I'm aggravated. I'm a little aggravated. I'm a little moody. But nevertheless, we are back, and I'm so sorry if this is a distraction. So welcome back to the Cake Dish Podcast. And another distraction. This is my practice wig. I brought this wig like deep in the Chinese vendors, girl. Deep in the Chinese trenches, honey. And I don't all the way know how to do the baby hair. So if you got some tips, some hacks, some tricks, please drop them in the comment section below, or you could DM me or do whatever you got to do. Please don't gatekeep. And speaking of gatekeeping, I'm not going to talk about it too much because this is Beyonce Day. This whole podcast is about my Renaissance experience and giving a review of the Renaissance World Tour. But one day very soon, very, very soon, I'm going to you host then. Who is this? I'm going to you host then about gatekeeping, specifically gatekeeping plastic surgery. I seen a very mean girl on Twitter talking about, don't ask me about who did my surgery. Do your research just like I did my research. Wrong road. This is why the girls be down on the table. Because they don't have nobody to ask. They don't have nobody to confide in. They don't have nobody to ask the questions about the surgeons. And this is why the girls is going in blind and getting surgery that they're not even waking up from. I don't like you hoes. And very soon, I'm going to wear y'all hoes out. Not today, though. Today is about peace and positivity. We're talking about Beyonce. I don't even have on a Beyonce top. Let me tell you how I went to the Renaissance World Tour and looked a mess, bitch. Okay, let's start from the top. The question at hand is the Renaissance Tour really worth the money? Like, is it worth the money, the time, the effort? Is it even worth it? Let's talk about it. So, I bought my ticket way back in, February for the Tampa show. I believe it was February. I'll post screenshots and stuff like that in the video later. But yeah, I bought it way back in February when you had to sign up for like all the pre-sale stuff. It was so crazy. I remember it now. I didn't even get, I tried to buy him like the day before I got the notification. And it allowed me to buy him. And I got the notification the next day. Don't know what was up with that. But as soon as I was able to buy my ticket, I bought my ticket. Period. I knew I wanted to be on the floor. Didn't care where on the floor. It never gave Club Renaissance. Pockets never gave Club Renaissance at all. But I knew that I wanted to spend no more than $1,000 and I wanted to be on the floor. I didn't give a damn if it was the back of the floor, the very front of the floor, before Club Renaissance. I just knew $1,000 was the budget. Flow seats. What can we do to make this work? So I found a ticket. In total, it came to like $7. It was over $7. I bought the insurance and stuff on it, so it was a little over $7 or whatever. So that was good price to me. It was well under the budget, and it was still on the floor. So got my ticket. Got my outfit. I got my outfit like, because the concert was in July. I can't remember exactly when in July. Or was it in August? Bitch, what? It was August. I'm talking about July. August something, girl. I'm going to post it here. But anyway, so I got my outfit like the beginning of July-ish. And I intended on wearing, because I be, watching all the Renaissance videos. Like, I wanted to be a part of the theme. So I had on like, I bought a black leather skirt with all this fringe on it. And the fringe had like little silver, balls like on each one of the little fringes. And then it had like silver fringes in between the black straps. And then I bought like this long sleeve mesh top. It was like fishnets. And then it had silver rhinestones like in between the fishnet or whatever. It never gave. That's number one. Like, let's talk about the fashions. Bitch, my outfit never gave. First of all, I was getting discouraged. because I kept going back and forth with my look, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'm like, what do I want to get a queen? Like, I'm going to see the queen. Like, this is the queen. Like, I just have to kill it. And I was so overwhelmed with trying to just show up for my queen. So I went in a store, girl, and got I got the outfit off the mannequin. I don't never do that. I've never been the type of person like, oh, I want the whole mannequin. Never gave that. That outfit got to be a bad stunning for me to be like, okay, I'm just gonna get the whole thing off the mannequin. It never gave that. But in this instance, I did, because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that. That's Renaissance, it's silver, da da da. But I just still wasn't feeling it. So the week of Renaissance, I'm just getting overwhelmed, because on social media everybody posting their looks, and I'm like, oh my god, everybody looks so good. Like, the queen is gonna look at me, it's gonna put me out in the crowd and have me escorted off the property because I look a fucking mess. So I'm like, I just cannot give the queen that. So I started having doubts about my outfit. Long story less, homegirl didn't wear it. Day of, I'm like, this outfit is trash. Like, this is some 12-year-old trash, girl. My outfit is trash. It is trash. Looking back on it, it really wasn't that bad, but I was just overthinking it so bad. So I ended up not wearing it. What I ended up wearing, I only took like 3 pictures. I just was not feeling what I had on, and it was just, I didn't want to let it just kill my night, because typically in a different precious world, in a different fine author world, if my outfit don't come out right, it kills the whole night. I'm not going. But I done spent almost $800 on this ticket, bitch. I'm in the building if I gotta wear a white tee, period. So I didn't give it, like, it was just a different set of circumstances. So I ended up wearing this little black skirt, and the bottom had like these feather trims around it, with this long sleeve black shirt that tied up top, and like the end of the sleeves had like feather fur on it too. So, and like these velvet burgundy boots that I feel like I don't wear 100 times. So I guess it gave whatever. And I had a blue bob, but like on the day of, my bob wasn't cooperating. I was just not having a good day. Like, I was just not having I don't know what it was. Like I said, I was just trying not to let it overwhelm me, because I was so excited. And the day of, don't get me wrong, I was so excited. But I was like, I'm going to be the worst dressed bitch in the building. My hair is not cooperating. Girl, it was just a lot going on. But I'm like, you know what? I don't even care. I'm going to see the queen. I don't even care. So, got there. I think the doors, when they said the show started, like 8 o'clock? I know I got there before. I got there like when the doors opened. So I did have to wait, like, I think I was there for maybe like an hour and a half. Maybe like an hour and a half before Beyonce actually came out. But the Renaissance tour in Tampa was at Raymond James, where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers play. I've never been in there. I'm not a football girl. I hate football. But I am determined I'm going to go to a game this year. Like, being a Floridian, like, I really need to get into football. My future husband is going to be in the football. I need to be in the football. So this year I'm going to a Tampa Bay Bucks game. I don't give a damn. But I never had been in Raymond James Stadium. And it didn't dawn on me that it's no roof. Girl, no roof. Bitch, when I say hot, humid. I was so looking forward to getting inside, and I was like, hold it. Ain't no roof. Like, and I had been hearing and like looking on the Raymond James website, like how strict they was. So I didn't want to bring a fan, because they was already saying like the purse got to be so big and da 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 da. So I wanted to bring a fan, but I'm like, I don't want to bring it, and I get all the way up there and they're like, no, you can't bring it in. But just to go in and see everybody holding the fans up. So it was what it was. Like, looking back, it's so many little things I would have did differently just to make my time more comfortable and to be more confident in my outfit. Like, those are just personal things. Beyonce did what she had to do. But just like for me personally, it's just little things that obviously would have bought a fan. Obviously would have put way more effort in my look than I did. Like, it was just little shit like that. Definitely would have listened to the girls when they said don't wear heels. Feet was like, I've never taken off my shoes to walk to my car before. Ever. I walked to my car barefoot, and then I had to walk through. By the time like I got to where the cars were parked, I had to put my shoes back on because I had to walk through grass, and that's just too far in the trenches for me, bitch. I'm not walking through no wet ass grass barefoot. Like, that's just too far in the trenches. Bad enough I did it walking out the stadium. But anyway, so when I first got there, and I went by myself, but I saw a girl that I went to school with. So me and her kind of kicked it like before the show. I took pictures for her. She took a couple for me. We was just kind of vibing or whatever. And get in there, didn't get no food. Should have got food because by the time I left, I was starving, bitch. Didn't get no food, but I kept drinking, like not liquor, but I kept drinking like soda and water because it was so humid and hot. I love the fact that like to my right, they had like a big like bar station right there. You could just go back and forth, get and drink. I spent so much money on water and soda, it didn't make sense. I was not drinking in that humidity, girl. I was not finna pass my black ass out. Missed the whole show, and Beyonce had me dragged up out of there by my blue wig. Wasn't finna happen. So I didn't drink nothing, no liquor the whole night. Like, was sober as a church mouse. Another thing I didn't realize, like the bells just didn't go off. The floor seats was the actual football field. Girl, that shit did not hit me until I got in there and found my seat. And I was like, okay. Because I was kind of like, I was like towards the back of the floor, which was fine for me. The floor was the floor. I was good. I was towards the back of the floor, which was good because you could still see the whole stage. But, so I get there, and you know, it's like, you know, the pregame, everybody kind of walking around. I'm checking out the fashion, so I'm already sad. That's just making me sad. I'm like, P, I can't believe you fumbled your outfit like this. But nevertheless, I'm in the building. Ho, I'm finna see the queen. Once she came out, nothing mattered. Make the confusion go all the way from this holding me Security let me get all the way. I'm sure I wasn't the only one, but they let me get all the way until like Club Renaissance. I couldn't go obviously on Club Renaissance, but they let me get as close as possible before going into Club Renaissance. Like, I just started moving around and walking around, and I'm like, okay, they let me get a little closer. Okay, they let me get a little closer. And it was at one point I was on the side, like on the side of the stage. So it was like the side of the stage, a little area, Club Renaissance, the stage. So I had a phenomenal view. I was on the side of the stage. So when she did Cuff It, and like she had on a pink, and all the dancers like came all around the stage, I got really good footage of that. I can't explain it. You was just on a natural high because of this woman, like this lady. Because you got to think about it. Like, our parents, they had so many icons. They had so many people, big production people to put on a show. They had their Prince, they had their Michael, they had their Patty, they had their Madonna. They had, you know, it was Tina. Oh, I didn't even talk about Tina. A lot of people don't know this Tina Turner song, River Deep, Mountain High. Beyonce sung that in like a ballad type of way. Because when she said she was about to do a song to Tina Turner, I think people probably envisioned like Proud Mary, because that's what I thought she was going to do. But she did that song, and I remember that song from the movie. And girl, because y'all know I love anime, but love Tina Turner real bad. And a lot of people ain't really know that song, but I knew it. And I almost didn't even recognize it because Beyonce kind of like did it as like a ballad. Oh my God, it sounded so damn good. Like, I was just in my body. That was another moment I almost got teary. I was in my feels. Like, I love Tina Turner, but that's what I'm saying. Our generation don't really have big budget artists like Tina Turner. Almost generation, they had so many of those type of artists. We literally only have Beyonce. That's crazy. That she is the only one putting on big productions like that. She's literally it. Drake, don't get me wrong, he got a big production, but Drake is not like a performer. Drake is not, with dancers and all. No, we don't have like that budget. Like, we just don't have that level of productions where you serving like high fashion every single show. And that's no shade to like other artists in the industry. I'm a concert. I like concerts. I love seeing an artist live. It's nothing like seeing an artist live, but you're just not gonna get that caliber of production, fashion. Beyonce has like inspired this whole new wave of like metallic fashions. If you go on any retail store right now, or if you go on any retail website right now, silver metallic, that is on the front page. Renaissance did it. Who else? Like, who else is giving it like that? Nobody is giving it up like that. So it's like Renaissance is just so much more than seeing Beyonce in concert. And I've never been to a Beyonce concert, but when I look at like On the Run, I look at Homecoming, Renaissance is like what it signals, like it's like a cultural thing. It's so much bigger than just a tour, than just a concert. Like, it's a wave. It's more than an era, really. Like, it is literally a cultural moment, period. Like, people gonna be talking about the Renaissance tour 20 years from now. Like, I can't wait to see her tour movie that's getting ready to come out, because the tour getting ready to wrap up now. I cannot wait to see the tour footage. I cannot wait. But people gonna be talking about this tour forever, honestly, because I thought what she did with Homecoming, I'm like, ain't no way she could top this. She outdid herself, bruh. She outdid her goddamn self. It's so many moments, and it's so crazy. A couple months ago, I wrote about like this phenomenon. It's like called concert amnesia, something like that, where you can't remember every piece of the concert. And that's kind of what I'm experiencing. And I was recording some of it, but to be honest, at some point, I'm like, I just want to be in this moment. Like, I had my phone out when Blue Ivy came out. I had my phone out. For the Cuff It, I had my phone out. I didn't catch the mute. Temple did all right. We did okay with our mute. I didn't catch the mute. But yeah, at some point I was like, girl, put this phone in this purse and rock out. And that's exactly what I did. So it's like, it's kind of like a fog. It's like a fever memory, like a fever dream. I'm like, I can't believe I went to see Beyonce and got to see her fairly close for the amount of money that I paid. So it was just a great freaking night. So yeah, when Blue Ivy came out, I was so glad that our stop got Blue Ivy, because I know every stop ain't had Blue Ivy. So that was a moment, and the crowd just went crazy. I'm fucked up, homie, you fucked up, but if God got us, then we gon' be alright. Be alright. And it's, it's so nice to see that little girl get just loved on and admired and standing ovations, because I remember a time where the internet was just not kind to Blue Ivy, a literal child. I'm so happy we are a little more woke in that regard, because it was just a time like people were just not kind to that child. So I'm just so glad like she came out to see her get her things, and she's so good. She's so good. 20 years from now, that may be like our next big budget performer. Like, just like we saw Beyonce come up from 15, 16, like, I feel like that's what we're witnessing with Blue Ivy. Like, we're witnessing the next big budget act. If she chooses, to go that route, she can go whatever route she want to go. Because she worked very hard on this tour. I loved the ball. Darius. I know everybody went up for Honey. Honey did her damn thing. And I didn't think Honey was going to be there because I'm pretty sure I seen on social media Honey had like an injury or something not long before this happened show. So I wasn't even expecting Honey. But that damn Darius. By the time he came out, I had kind of given up recording. I recorded like the end when she was flying through the sky, but by the time the ball came around, I really had like gave up having my phone in the air. I was just taking it all in. And I've been watching the tour online, of course, and I was like, who is the boy in this damn pink tutu? Who is the boy in this damn pink tutu? Like, I was obsessed with it. I found out his name, and like, I am obsessed. Like, I'm a fan of him. Like, I can't come up off him. Like, I just want him to go on and be great. I want to see him at every tour. I want to see him at every performance, because his ballroom breakdown was disgusting. And it was another guy. He was like a fair complexion. And what I liked about him, he came out and he did like the old school vote. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't know his name. I haven't learned his name. Amari, I loved her. I don't know all the dancers' name, but... And what's so crazy about Amari, like, I know her brother just died. She is the brown skin dancer with the ball, like with the ball face. Her brother just died, so her to get up on that stage, show her ass like she showed her ass, girl, good night. The pregnant musician who was up there playing the thing, girl, good night. I could never. I'm not even pregnant and I'm 190 and I can't imagine, like, girl, I'd be all out of breath. It was just such an attention to detail. Them damn twins. This is what I wanted to get on camera. Like, when they crawled up the thing and they was like swaying back and forth, they gave me a heart attack, bitch. I'm like, one of these boys is gonna fall off this damn this post thing where they climbed up and they strapped themselves in. And that. Iconic. I love them too. I know people could have been dragging the twins. I don't know why. Like, why y'all don't like the twins? Why y'all don't like the twins? Because I didn't know people ain't like the twins. I thought we all collectively loved the twins. I've been seeing the twins get kind of dragged a little bit. I've been seeing Honey get dragged a little bit. I'm like, what's going on? Why you don't like the twins and why you don't like Miss Honey? Like, I guess I kind of figured out why y'all don't like Miss Honey. Valid points. But, yeah, I don't know why y'all don't like the twins. The twins ate. I was looking forward to see them, too. But it's crazy because we just been watching these Beyonce performances over the years. And then you see the twins performing with her. And then just to see their chemistry in person is there. Like, everybody has such perfect chemistry on that damn stage. I want to go again. I want to go again. I want to go again. Like, I was literally looking at, like, okay, who got some cheap? Because I take the nosebleed seats this time. I don't give a damn. But I'm like, who got some cheap nosebleed seats? I can fly into their city real quick because I want to see this lady again. Like, because I just feel like people have been saying, oh, she going on tour with Destiny's Child. I can't hold my breath for that. They've been saying that for years. I don't know if I'm going to ever see Beyonce again. And that's another reason why I went by myself. Because I'm like, first of all, I wasn't finna subject nobody to a $700, almost $800 ticket when I was willing to pay $1,000. I wasn't willing. I didn't want to subject nobody to that. And I didn't want to get pissed off because, you know, people be like, oh, yeah, girl, I'm going. People ain't dropping a band on Beyonce, and that's fine. I didn't even do it. You know, I settled the case a little over $700. That was cool for me. That was within the budget. But I just, even that, I wasn't about to depend on nobody to buy that high-ass ticket with me. And I knew once I got in there, I was going to be up with it. I was going to be dancing. I was going to be walking around trying to get the best view, trying to get the best camera footage. Like, when I did feel like recording, I was going to be on that type of time. I did not want somebody... My friends are not really big Beyonce fans like I am. So, you know, I just really didn't think they would even enjoy it. Like, I was turned up, y'all. Like, if y'all would have saw me, you probably would have thought, like, oh, she off the liquor. I really wasn't. I was just so happy to be there. And that was like the overall theme in the room. Everybody's just happy to be here and witness this lady. Like, witness the queen in person. This is like one of those figures that you see on television. To see her in person, it's just a whole different thing. And I said on Twitter, I'm like, destiny fulfilled, because I saw Rihanna in her anti era, and I seen Beyonce in her Renaissance era. If I never go to another concert in my life, I'm fine. Like, I'm so okay with that. And I had phenomenal seats at Rihanna. So, I don't know. It felt, I can't even explain the feeling. I was like on a high from that for like days. Like, you just kind of look around and you see, like, you can tell people have really been waiting years to see this woman. You could tell, like, her fan base is different, bitch. Like, tears. Like, I was getting teary-eyed when she first came out doing Dangerously in Love. And so, it's like, if I could do it all over again, and I just had that bag, and I'm like, I want to go see Beyonce again. Next, I would do Club Renaissance. If I had to do it for like a second show. I didn't want to do it the first show. I like where I was at, because Beyonce's stage is so big. Girl, it's massive. It is a massive stage. And I feel like even people who wasn't on the floor, who was like up, even like people up in the nosebleeds, they had a phenomenal view, because you saw the entire stage. You saw every bits and pieces. That stage is so big. But now that I've seen the stage, I would love to see her up close and see the twins and see the dancers like up close and personal, which I want to see Beyonce wig up close. Like, all of the things. So while I am like trying to see if I can snag me a little cheapy nosebleed seat for any of the remaining dates, if I could do it all over again, if I could do it for a second time, like if Beyonce was going to go on tour in like 5 years, I think I would do Club Renaissance this time. Because, like, okay, I done seen the stage for what it is. Well, I don't know. She might have a better stage. I don't know. Like, how can she top this? But then how can she top Homecoming? That woman is phenomenal. She deserved every dollar. She deserved every dollar. I wish I could have spent more. Period, point blank. Wish I could have spent more. But I do kind of want to talk about this little situation that's going on social media a little bit. I call it the Beyonce BET Awards. Her ass went out there to LA, grabbed up DJ Khaled ass, and DJ Khaled called all his mixtape friends, and they carried their ass down to the Renaissance, and they performed as an opening act. So you had 2 Chainz, you had Offset, you had Coi Leray, you had Lil Wayne. Who am I missing? I think that's it. And that's everybody I seen. So, the backlash. I don't even want to call it backlash, because people feel like if you criticize or make any type of critique, like towards, you know, an artist, like you hating on them, or you not a fan. Like, you can absolutely be a fan and just call out something that, this trainer has pissing me off, and call out something that, you know, that you see, and it don't make you no less of a fan. So the fans, we obviously know what Renaissance is about. Renaissance, Beyonce has done a phenomenal job, a stellar job, the best job of just celebrating and paying homage to the LGBTQIA plus community. She's done a great job doing it with the album, with the tour, ballroom. Like, this entire era is just rooted in ballroom culture. That is not ours. The LGBTQ plus community, because I'm a stumble, that's theirs. They have the right to gatekeep that. And Khaled had his own set of people. Like I said, that's why I call that shit a BET Award. Because it was just a melting pot of, like, those artists. Now, I'm a fan of all them artists that perform. I love all of them. I love Offset new song with Cardi. Coi Leray got some songs I like. 2 Chainz, Raised Me. You know what I'm saying? Wayne Raised Me. Like, always a good time with them. Even though, you know, I didn't really have, like, a huge issue with it other than just feeling like nobody really fit the theme. I understood. I definitely understood. And sometimes we just really need to sit back and understand. Like, sometimes you just really got to sit back and just, okay, I get where you coming from. I didn't see it like that because I may not be a part of the LGBTQ plus community, but you got, okay, valid points. Without it being you a hater and you're not a fan and y'all not real fans and y'all are, I've seen a lot of people saying the LGBTQ plus community was ungrateful, and you know, I just didn't see it that way. I just didn't see it that way. I felt like valid critique. Don't mean valid questions. I didn't even feel like it was critique. I saw a handful of people like mad, like how could she do this? But for the most part, I seen people just like, they just want to know why. They just want to know the reasoning behind it. They weren't like dragging and slamming and nothing like that, but they got slammed. They definitely got slammed. And sometimes we really just need to sit back and understand one another. Because to be honest, nobody was wrong. Nobody in their critique was wrong. Nobody was wrong. I didn't see nobody's point of view being wrong. I didn't see the people who wanted to know why she picked Offset and them. And I didn't see nothing wrong with the people who saying, hey girl, like, I enjoyed that part of the show. I didn't feel like nothing was wrong, but it got nasty. It got nasty when everybody just want to go at each other, and now we using racial slurs, and now we using homophobic slurs, and it don't have to be all of that. Like, we have to create a space where people can ask fucking questions. Period. Even if it's somebody that you really love, like Beyonce might have a whole thought process about it. Like, well, shit, I wanted to switch it up. I wanted to give something for everybody, and that's also how I viewed it. Like, okay, she's switching it up. She giving the LA crowd a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Cause you got those people who came to Renaissance with a friend, and they're not the biggest Beyonce fan. You have those boyfriends who came to Renaissance with their girlfriends or their booze or whatever, and they're not the biggest Beyonce fans. They don't really know. They're not really knowledgeable on the history and the catalog. So, yeah, okay, but they know 2 Chainz. They, that's how I looked at it. But I saw the other side of the coin. It's nothing wrong with asking the question, but the mere question of why that happened got people in such an uproar. It doesn't make you any less of a Beyonce fan if you just want to know why. And I think we just need to all really just understand people's point of view sometimes. Like, we don't always have to agree on something, but if it's a valid concern, it's a valid concern. And that's just what it is, girl. So, yeah, that's my little review of Renaissance. I enjoy every second of it. I'm enjoying all of the footage, all the videos. LA, in my opinion, got the best fashions, girl. I am having a ball. I'm having a ball during, and I'm having a ball after witnessing the era. I'm just so curious to see how long the era is gonna go on. Are we wrapping up this era? Like, what is the next Beyonce era going to look like? Personally, I don't think we get another Beyonce album for a couple years. People felt like Act 2 was like that, like another album. I don't think that's what it is. I think Beyonce has done her big one. She go back and kind of chill for a minute. That's how I'm thinking. I don't think she retiring no time soon. But I definitely get the vibes that my girl she don't chill. She chilling. She finna be put up. Love that for her. So, would I do Renaissance again? Absolutely. Would I pay that money again? Absolutely. I pay double. Let's get it. And if you have opportunity still to go to Renaissance, please take it. Please go experience. If you're a fashion girl, go experience. If you are an aspiring camera person or anything like that, you just have an eye for production and all that shit, please go experience. It is an experience. This whole era has been an experience. The album itself was an experience. Heated. That's my favorite moment. Get off the line with y'all hoes, and I'm about to get on YouTube and I'm about to watch her perform Heated again, because she went off. And if you had an opportunity, honestly, if it's coming to your city, if you can get you a decent resale ticket, girl, get it, because once in a lifetime type vibes. I'm telling you, I would never see you wrong, girl. But listen, I need to get in here. I need to get ready for tomorrow. That's all I got. I ain't got no more honey. I ain't got no more. We done talked, bitch. We done talked today, girl. We have been just chatty. But nevertheless, I love it. I love being back in this podcasting space. It feels so good. So, subscribe to the channel. Comment on the video. Follow me on the Cake Dish Official. Buy my book, girl, In the Week We Trust on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. Buy my book. My book. And thank you to everybody who has bought my book. Remember to leave your reviews. But everybody who has bought my book, I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'm about to get in here. I'm about to order me some food. You know, I'm feeling very stuffed chicken-ish. So I'm finna get in this bitch. I'm finna get on DoorDash, order me some food, or either go get me my stuffed chicken. I might go get it myself because I want to buy that wine. But yeah, we finna set the vibes. So follow me at The Found Author, The Cake Dish Official, both on Instagram, and The Wicked We Trust, out now on Amazon and Barnes & Nobles. And I will see you girls in the next episode.